Hello friends, Mandar here. I'm back with another video. Today we'll talk about the status of stateside visa stamping for H1B. We'll also talk about what is the status of initial H1B registration that started this month. We'll look at the new alert that USCIS has posted regarding the anti-discriminatory policy and one more alert that is important. And finally, I want to remind you about my masterclass on EB1A that is happening on March 30th. So all important topics guys, watch this video until the end and let's get started. If you are here for the first time, welcome. My name is Mandar and I make immigration and lifestyle related videos for US and Canada. I'm not an immigration lawyer, so anything that I say on this video or on my channel is for information purpose only. And for your specific immigration needs, before you take any action, you should hire a competent immigration lawyer. Check out the links in the description because those are affiliate links and you might find something interesting and that will also help the channel. And while you are down there, do hit the like button. I'd like to remind you of my masterclass on EB1A that is going to happen on March 30th, Saturday at 11 AM Eastern Time. So do check out the link in the description for registration because the seats are filling up fast and you don't want to miss them. I'm going to go into the intricate details of EB1A qualifications and real world evidences that you can gather and qualify for EB1A. So don't miss that. This has been the most popular topic in my discussion with people. Now let's look at the first topic of the day, which is the status on the stateside visa stamping. Now this rule came into effect in the beginning of the year and there were 20,000 visas that USCIS were going to stamp for H1B primary applicants. Some people asked me about the status of this, whether it's happening or not, and I just wanted to give you an update. Now I did not find any official stats on this regarding how many applications have been made for the visa stamping, but I see this page very valuable because it gives an overview that Department of State has announced the pilot program to resume domestic visa renewals for qualified H1B non-immigrant applicants. The pilot program will accept applications from January 29th, 2024 through 1st of April 2024. So the time frame is still in effect. We don't know if they have got enough applicants for their quota. Now the Department of State had made it clear that they will make available maximum of 20,000 application slots during this limited pilot period. And they were going to release these slots in certain time frames. So first slot was opened on January 29th, the second was on February 5th, then February 12th, February 19th, and then the last slot was opened on February 26th. So I'm assuming all these slots were open, applications have filed their petitions, and if you haven't, you can still check the availability on their website by going to this link, am I eligible for domestic renewal, and if you are eligible, you can start your application right there from this page. Now there are a lot of questions regarding the eligibility and all, but unfortunately they haven't provided any specific data whether they have met the quota or not. But regardless, if this pilot is successful, I'm pretty sure USCIS will roll this out for the rest of the visa categories, especially H4s and others. It will save a lot of time and effort for the applicants who have to travel to outside of the United States to get their visa stamps currently. With this stateside stamping, which was by the way available prior to 2003, will be a great boon if they start this on a regular basis. So let me know in the comment section below if you have applied for this stateside visa stamping and what was your experience, so that others can hear from your experience and decide what they want to do. That was my first topic. Now H1B CAP registration for FY25 has already started, as you know. The initial registration period for FY25 H1B CAP was opened on March 6th of 2024. And it will run through the noon of Eastern Time on March 22nd. So it's still in effect. So if you haven't made a petition, do contact your lawyer and your company and make this petition as soon as possible. Now this year, the process is slightly different. They have given organizational accounts for people in the organization that you work for who is submitting an application or petitioning on your behalf. So there is a much higher scrutiny in terms of application process to avoid the multiple filing fraud that we have seen in the last couple of years. Now hopefully this new process will bring down the fraud significantly and we'll see a fair H1B lottery system. Now in the last couple of videos I have talked about people who are in EB2 or EB3 backlog countries categories and who have been contemplating moving to EB1 category. Now I've been talking about EB1A and EB1C a lot on my phone calls with people, and I can tell you each situation is different. Some people have smaller family, they contemplate going outside of the United States to acquire that EB1C eligibility and come back and apply in EB1C. Others are not in that situation, so they continue to stay in the US until their date becomes current in EB2. While in yet another group of people, they are willing to spend some extra money and apply in EB5 category. All of these categories, EB1A, EB1C and EB5, will get you a green card sooner, but that will depend on where in the queue or what is your priority date in EB2 and EB3. If you want to talk to me, do reach out to me on my Calendly and I'll be happy to discuss your situation and tell you what I would do if I were in your situation. Now there are a couple of USCIS alerts that have come in that I just wanted to kind of make you aware of. Now if you look at this alert section of USCIS, you'll see that USCIS clarifies anti-discrimination policy. Now what did they say? USCIS announced agency-wide anti-discrimination guideline that addresses public-facing interactions and affirms our public service principles. They are enforcing this policy across the USCIS, so whenever they are in contact with the people who talk to them through phone, through service request and so on, and also when they act upon their policy manual in adjudicating their cases, this anti-discrimination policy will take into effect. The policy manual is also updated and it reiterates that consistent with the USCIS mission and core values, USCIS does not tolerate discriminatory treatment of any individuals. USCIS considers discrimination to be unlawful treatment of a person or a group of persons based on the class and other categories to which they may belong or perceived to be belonging. The link to the policy manual is here, and it also applies in the adjudicator's field manual, which is actual manual that USCIS officers uses when they are adjudicating your case. So this is something that I wanted to share if people have been thinking that they have been discriminated in their past experience or engagement with USCIS. Now how does this policy relate to the per country cap that is in the law? Do let me in the comment section below. Now there was another alert that was kind of interesting that I wanted to show you is mobile biometric collection in remote locations. So let's look at what this tells us. This is the subject, and this came by the way on March 7th of 2024. So it's pretty recent. It says mobile biometric collection in remote location. The purpose is USCIS is updating its guidance to the USCIS policy to further clarify existing policy on providing mobile biometric collection services to the benefit requesters residing in remote locations within the US. Now it also clarifies that USCIS has the sole discretion to determine when it provides mobile biometric collection service to those residing in the remote locations. Now there is a whole policy manual that talks about it in the section, in the volume A part C chapter 2 in the mobile biometric collection. So in case you want to avail this service, in case you live in far remote areas of the US and you are not in the position to go to a nearest town to do your biometrics, you may avail this service. Connect with your lawyer how to avail this service. If I get more details on this, I'll cover it in my future videos. But for now, if you are in this situation where you need this mobile service, do connect with your lawyer and ask them how to avail this service. I just wanted you to be aware that this service is available and it is at the discretion of USCIS, whether they can give it to you when you ask for it. So that was my final topic of today. I again want to remind you of my masterclass that is coming up on March 30th at 11 AM Eastern Time, and it will be on EB1A. Don't forget to register. So I know for sure that some of you are interested in stock trading, day trading, buying cryptocurrencies. I want to present you Webull. Webull is a trading platform. It allows you to buy stock, it allows you to buy options, do options trading, and also it allows you to buy cryptocurrency. Feel free to take advantage of this. Join through my link and you will get those free stocks. So if you like the content of this video, do hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.